Slaughterhouse, where's your relationship with them right now?
See, that's good for y'all. Y'all sat here and talked for 3 hours. Now y'all trying to squeeze in the good questions. That's good for y'all. Y'all gonna miss some shit.
We don't play in none of this shit, Joe.
Because Matt wanted to talk about battle rap.
We don't play in none of this shit.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Who gives a fuck?
We don't plan it. We don't plan it.
Where do you stand with Slaughterhouse?
Those are my brothers and I love them.
Okay. You love them. So individually, what I would say, right? Where do you stand with each of them individually?
Individually, they're my brothers.
So you speak to them on the regular?
No, I don't speak to your brothers all the time. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I got a brother.
Depends on the brother.
I was supposed to call my
younger brother
today.
Steven. I got a call. I ain't spoke to him in a little bit. Steven, I love you if you're listening. But
my brother's name is Steven too.
Yeah, I don't know. Royce just did the podcast, so I spoke to him. I haven't spoken to Joel, but he just liked the picture a few days ago, and I liked one back, so I know me and him are flying.
That's how you know. It's 2020, right?
Yeah, we all right. And the same with Crook, man. Those are my guys forever. Like, we just not making music because Joe is not making music. And I won't even throw that out the window. Like, in Joe's mind, like, there's a world where things can coexist, but not in that situation. And same thing I said about me and Clips. Like, the worker, I'm not a worker anymore.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to work for something that didn't exist before I got here. And that's how I feel about wordsmiths. Like, if we can put this together, y'all can't monetize it until we do.
Right.
And that's how I act. So, nah, I'm not putting nothing out with Slaughterhouse unless Slaughterhouse is away from Shady and we own our own shit.
What about M? How's that?
That has nothing to do with me. Don't ask me about him. That has zero to do with what I just said.
Right.
He is not a factor in what I am saying. What I am saying is solely related to my brothers. Now, how it gets wherever it got to go it's not on me. It's lawyers and things for that to happen, but that's not a me thing.
Got you. Oh, and I had to ask you, because you mentioned it earlier about Puff giving you game and stuff like that. And I know like the world, or at least people that I know, and myself as well, have these thoughts about Puffy. I don't know him personally, I would love to. But there's these things that's like, I just want to know if it's true. Do people, how could I say this?
Well,
don't do it, Vin!
What is your opinion of
Don't
Puff?
do it!
Before you get to whatever you're trying to get to,
What's your opinion of him?
Love him.
Love him.
Love him.
Love him.
Okay. And obviously we love people for specific reasons, right? Like I love math differently than I love knowledge. I love my mom differently than I love my girlfriend. Why do you love him?
I love hip hop. That's why.
Because he's a major, he's a major, you can't mention hip hop, you can't mention
tell me
Puff.
that you love hip hop.
He was a teenager
And
trying to make big moves in this thing.
And he did.
Puff,
And he did.
Puff is exemplary of so much different shit. Of thriving in every role that you have to thrive in to land where he is. He was a runner. He was an A&R. Then he was an exec. He's done fashion. He did television. Then he rapped. He had the biggest rapper, lost the biggest rapper. He did R&B. He did fragrances.
Yeah, liquor.
Like, and he's still going. For us to watch and implement some of that shit on our journey. Like, Puff 50th birthday party is full of old dope boys, gangsters, and get money niggas.
Right. But as an artist who once dealt with a
where
struggle,
they
right?
come from.
As an artist that once dealt with those kind of struggles and kind of record deal bullshit, how do you feel about all the artists he left behind in the process of doing so?
Oh, I don't hold him to some unfair standard. To do that to him would be to do that to Hov, would be to do it to Steve Stout, would be to do it to L.A. Reid, fucking Kaiser, every exec, Dame Dash, every black man who has ever been an exec, I would have to hold them to that. And I can't, because at some point, the music industry standard was to just fucking artists. So that was how people were taught for a long time. It's not until recently that we're all unlearning and we're all given some different information. So
Right.
how I feel is how I feel. I'm always on the side of the artist. That's
Number one.
That's always the case.
Right.
That don't mean that I'm gonna judge and chastise Puff for how he learned to be all about the artist. Because you have to learn that sometimes.
Right.
And when you look at him today, that is the message that he spreads. He spreads love, ownership. You get it. I already got it. Here, let me put you in position. Let me link y'all two together. Like, that's what he does. You have to respect it to me.
All
I'm
right.
happy to hear that.
Good for you, Fit. Good for you, Fit. We don't got no problems, okay? We don't got
He
no
think
problems.
I have some
Chill out.
imaginary beef.
Chill out.
Like,
Okay,
I don't
all
even
right.
know.
She said something on the show one
Shut
time.
up.
Anyway, my final question to you. How do rappers in the industry view battle rappers?
That's a good one.
I think they love y'all.
But are we merely just entertainment, or they see us as valuable players in the game?
Like, are we here to be clowns?
Right.
Like,
Are we here
am
to just
am I
like
clowns?
amuse you? Are we
To
Bobo the
amuse you?
fucking clown?
Is that what it is?
We want to know, is we Bobo? I don't want to be Bobo,
Is
B.
that like we just...
Well, I'll speak for myself only. I have a theory about you battle rappers. Y'all
What's that?
Y'all are the most sensitive rappers in the fucking universe.
I heard you say this.
Sensitive?
Nah,
Damn.
Okay,
y'all
go
are-
ahead.
y'all are much more sensitive than just the rappers. Now, I don't judge y'all for that.
Right.
Y'all have more slights and stigmas that y'all fight against. So y'all walk around with that sensitivity.
With the chip.
And I hear that in this question. When y'all say, yeah, but are we clown? Where would you pull this from if it's not already ingrained?
I'm gonna tell you exactly where it comes from. For battle rappers, a lot of us feel like we are much more famous than we are successful. But this is from the kind of the vision of someone who hasn't been in the industry. Because to hear you describe your rap career is, in a way, you kind of felt like, yo, I'm dope, but I'm not seeing what I feel like I need to see. And that kind of made you create that, and the birth of your son kind of made you transition into something else because you felt like this is not it.
Yeah, but I said this is not it after I tried to slice the pie a million different ways.
Right.
Like, I got all of it. I was in there just getting information, and I was trying all of this stuff. So I kept bumping my head. I bumped my head enough to where it was like, okay,
Not bumping my head no more.
I'm clear. This is a maze. It's designed to be, it's set up to be a maze.
Right.
We're not supposed to get out. Like, we're supposed to just bump our heads, make music, not ask questions, drink, smoke, kill ourselves, fucking be suicidal, and not even know where any of this money is going, or not know how equity works, or not even know who's sitting at the top, or not know what perpetuity means. It's like, no. And the second that you act as if no, weird things happen. Let's just say that. I don't know how you believe Michael Jackson to have died. I don't know how you believe Prince to have died. I don't know how you believe some of our entertainers to have died. But when you move like you know the value, weird shit happens.
Weird shit happens.
And I'm gonna leave that at that.
So would you fake your death one day?
Man, if I'm leaving.
All right, man.
No.
I just
I
had
would
to
not
ask. I just had to ask.
I would not
You
fake
know,
my death.
It's one of those things, man.
Ever.
I kick the fucking door off, take the hinges with the door panel and the wall off. Body's getting hauled off, lips getting torn off, leg him with the sword off. He looking like a walking dead zombie trying to crawl off.